There's a question I think most businesses skip past too quickly, and it's this: before you automate something, do you actually know what the process is? Not what you think it is, not what it says in the onboarding doc from 3 years ago, what it actually is. Right now, including every judgment call someone makes that never gets written down. Most businesses never stop to check. They go straight from "this is annoying" to "let's automate it," and skip past the part in between where you have actually found out what was broken. I've seen this happen in a very specific way. Teams enter hackathons or sprint weekends with a genuine good process problem, something slow, something error prone. And instead of mapping, first they go straight to tooling. They open up whatever automation platform they're comfortable with, drop the existing workflow into it more or less as is, wire up an AI step somewhere in the middle, and present the result as the outcome. Nobody drew the flow. Nobody asked where the actual bottleneck was, or where customers, internal or external, were getting frustrated. The workflow that comes out the other end isn't redesigned. It's the same broken shape, just faster and harder to inspect. That's the trap. Automation doesn't fix a bad process. It just runs the bad process at a higher speed, with less visibility into what's actually happening when something goes wrong. The way I approach this is closer to design thinking than to software implementation. Before anything gets built, I draw the flow as it actually exists, every step, every handoff, every place where the person has to make a judgment call rather than follow an instruction. That's actually where I find the real bottleneck. It's really the slow step everyone complains about. It's almost always a decision point that only one person knows how to make correctly, and everyone else is guessing or waiting. Once that's visible, the next step isn't automation, it's redesign. You look at the flow you've just drawn and ask, does this sequence even make sense anymore? Or did it just accumulate this way over time because nobody revisited it? You fix the shape of the process first. You decide what the judgment calls actually are, and you write them down as rules wherever that's possible. Only after that, once the process is clean and the decision logic is explicit, do you ask which parts of it are worth automating. At that point, automation is straightforward because you're automating something you actually understand, not something you're guessing at. So how do you know if this applies to you? Ask yourself one question. If the person currently running this process left tomorrow, could someone else pick it up from a document? Or would they have to ask around and reconstruct it from memory? If it's the second one, you have an invisible systems problem, and automating it right now would just be hard coding the guesswork. The other marker is simple. If you have never actually drawn your process, not described it, drawn it step by step, you don't know yet where your bottleneck is. You have a guess, and most automation projects I see for are built on a guess, not a diagnosis. If you want a quick, honest read on where your business sits on this, whether your operations are documented or living entirely in someone's head, I built a short diagnostic for that. It's called the resignation risk score, and it takes a few minutes. Link is in the description.